Hello friends, I'm Dr. Gaurav. In this video, I will discuss about how to plot and read various properties in refrigeration tables and charts. Contents are refrigeration tables, refrigeration charts, reference state and reference values. Refrigeration tables. The properties like specific volume, specific enthalpy and specific entropy of refrigerants vary with the change in pressure and temperature. These properties are required in thermodynamic calculations where refrigerant is used as working medium. It is quite cumbersome to calculate each time the value and relation between various properties. So these are presented in the form of tables showing value of each property at saturated temperature or pressure for different refrigerants such as R12, R22, R134A, NH3 that is ammonia up to critical point. These tables are called refrigeration tables. For the understanding purpose, R134A is taken as an example. This is the refrigeration table taken from R.S. Kurmi refrigeration tables with chart. Here refrigerant taken is R134A. Its chemical name is tetrafluoroethane and formula is CF3CH2F. Datum or reference at 0 degrees Celsius in which HF saturated liquid specific enthalpy value is 200 kilojoule per kg and SF saturated liquid specific entropy value is 1 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. First column in this table is of saturation table is of saturation temperature in degree Celsius. Second column is of saturation pressure in bar. Third column is of specific volume in meter cube per kg. It contains two parts. VF saturated liquid specific volume. VG saturated vapor specific volume. Fourth column is of specific enthalpy in kilojoule per kg. It contains three parts. HF saturated liquid specific enthalpy. Hg saturated vapor specific enthalpy. HFG latent heat of vaporization. Fifth column is of specific entropy in kilojoule per kg Kelvin. SF is saturated liquid specific entropy. Sg is saturated vapor specific entropy. So here F represent saturated liquid, G represent saturated vapor. We have taken an example in which we have to calculate the specific volume, specific enthalpy and specific entropy for R134A at pressure 2.0052 bar when its dryness fraction is 0.8. From refrigeration table for R134A at pressure 2.0052 bar, or we can say 0.20052 megapascal, we get the value of saturation temperature as minus 10 degrees Celsius. You can see At pressure 2.0052 bar, the value of saturation temperature is minus 10 degrees Celsius and the value of Vf is 0.000754. Value of Vg is 0.0996. Value of Hf is 186.78. Value of Hg is 392.75. Value of HFG is 205.97. Value of SF is 0.9509. Value of SG is 1.7337. So we have find out these values from refrigeration table. Now it is given in the problem that dryness fraction is 0.8. So our refrigerant is in the wet region, that is saturated liquid vapor region. So the formula will be V equal to Vf plus X into Vfg. Value of X is equal to 0.8. So putting all the values, we will get the required value of V. Similarly for H, the formula is Hf plus X into Hfg. And for specific entropy, the formula is S equal to Sf plus X into SFG. So HFG can be find out from the refrigeration table and the value of VFG will be equal to Vg minus Vf and the value of SFG will be equal to Sg minus Sf. So we can find out the value of VFG equal to Vg minus Vf. Value of HFG equal to Hg minus Hf. Value of SFG will be equal to Sg minus Sf. When the value of temperature 0 degrees Celsius and pressure 2.0052 bar is given, then from table we find out that at 2.0052 bar the value of saturation temperature is minus 10 degrees Celsius. You can see here at this pressure the value is minus 10 degree Celsius, which is lesser than 0 degree Celsius. Therefore at temperature 0 degree Celsius and pressure 2.0052 bar, R134A is in the superheated vapor region because given temperature 0 degree Celsius is more than saturation temperature minus 10 degrees Celsius. So our refrigerant is in superheated vapor region. For superheated vapor region, the formula of enthalpy is H superheated equal to Hg plus Cpv T superheated minus T saturated. So in this case, T superheated is 0 degree Celsius. Convert this into Kelvin by adding value of 273.15 and the T saturated is minus 10. Convert this into Kelvin by adding value again 273.15. So we have to use temperature in Kelvin in this formula. Value of specific entropy in the superheated vapor region is Sg plus 2.3 into log base 10 T superheated divided by T saturated, and the value of specific volume for superheated vapor will be equal to Vg multiply T superheated divided by T saturated. In the above equation, the value of specific heat at constant pressure, that is Cpv, for vapor condition of R134A is assumed as 0.854 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. The refrigeration tables with chart is given by various refrigeration tables and charts book. In these tables we may have the value of Cp, L and Cpv also. So we can find out this Cpv from the tables also. For values that are not listed exactly in the tables, the value between two figures can be obtained by linear interpolation. Interpolation is a mathematical tool by which, depending on the interval between two variables, a value in between can be calculated. For example, calculate the specific enthalpy of saturated vapor Hg for R134A at pressure 2.5 bar. The value of pressure, that is 2.5 bar, lies between pressure P2 equal to 2.9270 bar and pressure P1 2.0052 bar. You can see in the refrigeration table the required pressure is 2.5. It lies between 2.0052 and 2.9270. So our required answer, that is value of Hg, will be lie between 392.75 and 398.68. The from refrigeration table for R134A at pressure 2.0052 bar, we get the value of Hg1 392.75 kilojoule per kg, and at pressure 2.9270 bar we get the value of Hg2 equal to 398.68 kilojoule per kg. According to linear interpolation, Hg at pressure 2.5 bar will be equal to Hg1 plus P minus P1 into Hg2 minus Hg1 divided by P2 minus P1. Put in all the values, we will get the required answer. In the similar manner, the values of specific volume, specific enthalpy and specific entropy at any other pressure or temperature not mentioned in the table is obtained by linear interpolation. Change this SAT into subscript, and this is SFG. There is no space between them. Next is refrigeration charts. Refrigeration charts represent diagram between pressure and specific enthalpy per unit mass for various refrigerants such as R12, R22, R134A, R71717, that is ammonia, NH3, etc., in which enthalpy is on abscissa, that is x-axis, and pressure on ordinate, that is y-axis. This diagram is plotted for various properties like temperature, specific entropy, that is entropy per unit mass, density, which is inverse of specific volume, and drainage fraction within single chart. For the understanding purpose, R134A is taken as an example. Constant pressure line. Constant pressure line, that is isobaric, is represented by horizontal line in refrigeration chart as shown in figure. On the y-axis we are having pressure in megapascal or bar. On the x-axis we are having enthalpy in kilojoule per kg. This is the dome for R134A. From the maximum point on the dome is critical point, and this side of the dome from critical point to this point is saturated liquid line, and from this critical point to this point, this side of the dome is saturated vapor line. Left side of the dome is subcooled liquid region. Inside the dome we are having saturated liquid vapor region. On the right side of the dome we are having superheated vapor region. Constant pressure line is represented by horizontal line. Next is constant specific enthalpy line. Constant specific enthalpy line, that is isothalpic, is represented by vertical line in refrigeration chart as shown in figure. So it is represented by vertical line. Constant specific entropy line. Constant specific entropy line, that is isentropic, is represented by curved line in refrigeration chart as shown in figure. So this is the nature of constant entropy line. This line is having more value of entropy than this line. That means as we are moving in the right side, the value of entropy is increasing. Next is constant temperature line, that is isothermal. In the subcooled region, as we are away from critical point, this line appears to be vertical, but it is not vertical actually. This is in the curve form, like this. For 70 degrees Celsius, 100 degrees Celsius is the critical point for R134A. So this is the critical point and its temperature is 100 degrees Celsius. So this is the nature of temperature line, curve form. Again this is in curve form. Above critical point, that is at 120 degrees Celsius, this is the nature of temperature line. In the saturated liquid vapor region, this line is horizontal, like 30, this one. And in the superheated vapor region, this line is in the curve form, like this. Next is constant density line. Constant density line is represented by curved line in refrigeration chart as shown in figure. We can also find the specific volume from this chart, as specific volume value is inverse of density value. This is the nature of constant density line. As we are moving in the upward direction, the value of density increases. That is, for this line, the value of density is lesser than this line. Constant dryness fraction line. These lines are drawn in the liquid vapor saturation region. This is the liquid vapor saturation region between saturated liquid line and saturated vapor line. On the saturated liquid line, that is from critical point on the dome up to this, the value of dryness fraction, that is x equal to 0. On the saturated vapor line, the value of dryness fraction, that is x equal to 1. And in between these two lines, x varies between 0.1, between 0 to 1. So this is x equal to 1 line, this is x equal to 0.5 line, this is x equal to 0.1 line, x equal to 0.5 line, x equal to 0.9 line. Next is how to plot different points in refrigeration chart. Plot point 1, which is having condition 0.2 megapascal or 2 bar pressure and saturated liquid, that is dryness fraction, that is x equal to 0. First of all, this is the pressure on the y-axis, enthalpy on the x-axis. So given pressure is 0.2 megapascal. So from 0.2 megapascal, draw a horizontal line. And the second condition is saturated liquid. That means we are going to find saturated liquid line. So this is the saturated liquid line. This is the dome shape. This is the critical point and this is the saturated vapor line. This one. So this is the dome shape. So when we draw 0.2 megapascal pressure line in the horizontal direction, this horizontal line will cut the saturated liquid line at 0.1. So we'll get the 0.1. If we draw vertical line from 0.1, you get the enthalpy at 0.1 H1, which is equal to HF1. That is, it is specific enthalpy of saturated liquid. F represents saturated liquid. Plot point 2 which is having condition 0.2 megapascal pressure and saturated vapor, that is dryness fraction, that is x equal to 1. So again we will draw a horizontal line from 0.2 megapascal pressure, and this line will cut the saturated vapor line at point 2. Now if you draw a horizontal line from point 2, you will get the enthalpy H2 equal to Hg2, which represent specific enthalpy of saturated vapor. G represent saturated vapor. Plot point 3 which is having condition 2 megapascal pressure and specific entropy same as that of point 2, that is S2 equal to S3. So now we will draw a horizontal line from 2 megapascal pressure. This is the horizontal line we have drawn. Now it is given that entropy of point 2 and point 3 is same. So this is our point 2 and the constant entropy lines are 2.40. This is constant entropy line. S equal to 2.3. This is constant entropy line, and so on. S equal to 1.8. This is constant entropy line. S equal to 1.7. This is again constant entropy line. We find out that point 2 is near to 1.7 constant entropy line. So from point 2, draw a line parallel to 1.7 constant entropy line. So from point 2 we have drawn a line parallel to 1.7 which will cut the 2 megapascal horizontal line at point 3. Now again if you draw vertical line from point 3, you will get H3 which is equal to H superheated, because point 3 is in the superheated vapor region. So we have called this as H superheated. Plot point 4 which is having condition 2 megapascal pressure and temperature equal to 40 degrees Celsius. So again we have to draw a horizontal line of 2 megapascal pressure, this one. Now this line is cut by 40 degrees Celsius temperature line. This is the 40 degrees Celsius temperature line. 10, 20, 30, 40. Now this 40 degrees Celsius temperature line will cut this 2 megapascal horizontal line at point 4. So this is our required point 4. From point 4, if you draw the vertical line, you get H4. Plot point 5 which is having condition 0.2 megapascal pressure and specific enthalpy same at that of point 4, that is H5 is equal to H4. So the given pressure is 0.2 megapascal. So again we will draw a horizontal line from 0.2 megapascal, and it is given that enthalpy of 0.4 and 5 is same. So now we will draw a vertical line from 0.4. It will cut the horizontal line of 0.2 megapascal pressure at 0.5. So we will get the 0.5. If you draw a vertical line from 0.5, you will find out H4 equal to H5. Plot point 6 which is having condition 0.2 megapascal or 2 bar pressure and temperature equal to 30 degrees Celsius. So from 0.2 megapascal pressure we will draw a horizontal line. It will cut the pressure line of 30 degrees Celsius at 0.6. This is 0 degrees Celsius, 10 degrees Celsius, 20 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees Celsius. This is in the curve form 30. If you see, this is 30. This is horizontal in the saturated liquid vapor region and become curved line. So this is the curved line. It will cut the 0.2 megapascal horizontal line at 0.6. Plot 0.7 which is having condition 0.2 megapascal pressure and dryness fraction, that is x equal to 0.9. So again we will draw a horizontal line from 0.2 megapascal pressure, this one, and this will cut the dryness fraction line 0.9 at 0.7. So these two lines, 0.9 line and 0.2 line, will cut each other at 0.7. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9. These all represent dryness fraction line. So this is 0.1 constant dryness fraction line. Similarly, this is 0.9 constant dryness fraction line. You can see. And on the saturated liquid line, the value of dryness fraction is 0, and on the saturated vapor line, the value of dryness fraction x equal to 1. Next is finding of various properties from the chart. Density at point 2 is 10 kg per meter cube. So the value of specific volume will be equal to 1 upon density, that is 1 upon 10 equal to 0.1 meter cube per kg. You can see this is point 2. If you want to find out the constant density line, so this line 0.2 2 3 4 6, this is 2 kg per meter cube, this is 3 kg per meter cube, this is 4 kg per meter cube, this is 6 kg per meter cube, this is 8 kg per meter cube, this is 10 kg per meter cube. You can see this 10 kg per meter cube is passing through point 2. So at point 2, the value of density is 10 kg per meter cube, and so on 15, 20, 30, 60, 80, 300, 400, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000 all represent density. Temperature at point 6. This is point 6. You can see these are temperature lines, 0 degree Celsius, 0. 10 degree Celsius, you can see 10. This is in the subcooled region. This is in saturated vapor region, 10 and 10. Then we have 20, 20, and then curve. Then we have 30, 30, and 30. As you can see, this 30 degree Celsius line is passing through 0.6. So at 0.6, we are having temperature 30 degree Celsius. Dryness fraction at 0.7. So these are dryness fraction line, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.7. So we can go for 0.8. This is 0.8 dryness fraction line. This is 0.9. You can see 0.9 dryness fraction is passing through 0.7. So at 0.7, the dryness fraction value is 0.9, and at 0.1, the value of dryness fraction is 0 because it is on the saturated liquid line, and for 0.2, the value of saturated, it is on the saturated vapor line, so the value of dryness fraction is 1. For 0.1, it is 0 because it is on the saturated liquid line, and for 0.2, it is on the saturated vapor line, so its value is 1. So 0.1, 0, 0.2, 1. Pressure at 0.4 is 2 megapascal. So we have to find out pressure at 0.4. From 0.4, draw a horizontal line on the left side. It cuts the pressure line at value 2. So it is having pressure of 2 megapascal. Specific enthalpy at point 1 can be found using linear interpolation as follows. You can see point 1 lies between 150 kilojoule per kg enthalpy and 200 kilojoule per kg enthalpy. So it is between 150 and 200. If you find out the distance between these two values, that is 150 and 200, it comes out to be 2.2 centimeter, and the distance between 150 and H1 comes out to be 1.6 centimeter. Now if we apply linear interpolation for this, then the value of H1 will be equal to 150 plus 1.6 into 200 minus 150 divided by 2.2. So the required value comes out to be 186.36 kilojoule per kg. Similarly, we can find the values of specific entropy at point 2, which is between 1.7 kilojoule per kg Kelvin and 1.8 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, and the value comes out to be S2 equal to 1.73 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. You can also find out this value by approximation also. As you can see, point 2 is near to 1.7 entropy line. So we can say its value is nearly 1.73. You can use the linear interpolation also. In the similar manner, the values of pressure, temperature, density and dryness fraction at any point on the chart can be determined. This is the refrigeration chart for R134A and it is given by R.S. Khurmi, having title as refrigeration tables with charts. So it is easy to understand. We have to follow the same procedure. Next is reference states and reference values. The values of specific internal energy, specific enthalpy and specific entropy cannot be measured directly, and they are calculated from measurable properties using the relation between thermodynamic properties. However, those relations give the changes in properties, not the values of properties at specified state. Therefore, we need to choose a convenient reference state and assign a value for a convenient property or properties at that state. For water, the state of saturated liquid at 0.01 degree Celsius is taken as the reference state, and the internal energy and entropy are assigned zero values at that state. For R134A, the state of saturated liquid at 0 degree Celsius is taken as the reference state, and the specific enthalpy is assigned 200 kilojoule per kg and specific entropy is assigned 1 kilojoule per kg Kelvin values at that state. You can see in this refrigeration chart at 0 degree Celsius reference state, the value of H is equal to 200 kilojoule per kg and the value of S is equal to 1 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Similarly, the chart given by R.S. Khurmi, in this at 0 degree Celsius reference state, the value of HF is equal to 200 kilojoule per kg and the SF is equal to 1 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Different tables list different values for some properties at the same state as a result of using a different reference state. However, in thermodynamics, we are concerned with the changes in properties, and reference state chosen is of no consequence in calculation as long as we use values from a single consistent set of tables or charts. Some properties may have negative values as a result of reference state chosen. These are the references. Thanks. Any questions you can write to me gaurav.citm